All right, welcome to the star of the show. We do have a Gehl skid steer here. This is the side that don't have a part. I am going to have to pull probably this one apart and seal it. But I've talked a lot about the leaky drive motor on it. It is a Gehl 5635, roughly a 65 horse Deutz diesel in there. Proclane Hydraulics is who makes these drive motors for Gehl. Now, the root cause and problem, and I've scraped a lot of it off, but I don't believe that there should be fluid on the outside of here. There's supposed to be a plug there that's missing. And I've talked to, I probably shouldn't have scraped it off, but this here was all like JB Weld and Magnum steel. If we look down in there, I think you can actually see some hydraulic fluid in there. Now this little drive motor, no heavier than it is, or no larger than it is insanely heavy. I mean, I don't know. It's got to be 150 pounds probably. And it barely will fit out of there. Let's see if we can get it in frame here. So it fits right in there. These are your two pump motors, or pumps itself. This is the pump motor, I guess. But you can kind of see through the hole right there. Now, as it comes out, right here will barely get out from under there without, running or being impeded by those hydraulic pumps. So it is doable. As you can see, it's in very nasty condition, for lack of a better word. There are 4 hydraulic hose fittings, I believe, or actually 5. I think this has got to be the return probably, and I think the seal that's leaking is right under there. I'm hoping to get the whole thing rebuilt. I did reach out to Proclane a couple of different ways. Seems like maybe they only deal with larger companies and not individuals, because I was never able to get past or to anybody that could help me. I went to Gehl. They were not any help at the dealership. So that was a little disappointing, but I did find a company here in the Springfield, Missouri area that says they rebuild these all the time. So I'm optimistic that I can get this thing fixed for less than $4,000, because that's what a replacement one of these costs. So these larger fittings here on my particular unit were a 34 millimeter. These smaller ones, and there's one on the other side here, was a 22. And then I just used a good quality crescent wrench to get that smaller return line off. So the 2 smaller ones are there. They do want the numbers off of those. Those are mine. I don't think they matter to anybody else that's going to be rebuilding it. This thing was a war to get out of here, but it's out. Made a huge mess down there. I don't know how many dollars in hydraulic oil that we've lost. You can see we've got 2 brand new tires there. And as we shift over to this side, bear with me as we go around the lift. We got brand new tire there, brand new tire there. Here is where all that came out of. So there's 8 retention bolts, 4 on each side. They were insanely tight. They did have RTV on them to hold so it didn't leak internally. So that's something I'm going to have to do. I'm also going to pull this drive off and reseal it. So we're finally at the point that it's out, and I can at least get it back, hopefully, or get it over and get it rebuilt and then get it back. There are some other things I'm going to do on this. These are not overly popular videos, and that's fine. I'm making these and putting them out because I couldn't find any information to kind of help at least give me some expectation of what it was going to be before I got into this project. That always helps me. One of the things that was nice on this one, they do have a mechanical lock. That reddish piece fits up in there and pins to hold everything up with no hydraulic, when you don't have hydraulic ability. As well as the cab, I am going to get some new struts. These struts are out of it, but that cab locking mechanism is a mechanical lock as well. So just trying to basically kind of put Humpty Dumpty back together again. These are all the tools. I'm keeping it real. This is the mess that I'm dealing with. I'm going to get a lot of this cleaned up, and then we'll get reassembly after we get that hydraulic wheel motor hopefully repaired and back put in service. I hope this helps somebody out there, because not going in blind is always very nice.